Hey guys, Marsling here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so a very interesting thing has appeared on the global Twitter account for Dokkan Battle. I have checked the JP one, and this has not yet been posted on there, so I'll put an update as like a pinned comment or something if JP does end up tweeting this out, maybe a little bit later, because normally the JP news announcements come out a couple of hours after the time that global news announcements usually come out. But yeah, this is certainly very interesting and could lead to a couple of different potential things that can tie into this, right? So we are going to have a voting campaign. So a new survey is available, which you can click the link on the tweet to go to. I'll put the link in the description. I know some of you guys don't use Twitter. I haven't actually logged into the game for today, so I'm literally loading that up now as I sit down to record. But so there's a Dokkan voting campaign. The most voted for items might appear in game. Click the link below to answer the 2 questions and vote. And you can see from the images we have, it's a bit zoomed in, but link, skill, level up, or skill orbs. Which one is the key to absolute strength? Very interesting. Can I get a zoomed out one here? Yeah, there we go. Or this one is the most interesting, of course. Which one would you like to Extreme Z awaken first? LR God Goku or LR BEERUS and WHIS? So, obviously, the initial thing that this brings to mind is, does that mean that very soon we are going to get a Battle of Gods themed celebration? Because that is something that we've been waiting for quite a long time. We still don't have a Dokkan Fest exclusive God Goku. So a Dokkan Fest exclusive God Goku with like a intro animation of the Saiyan God ritual or something. That would be awesome. That's something that I know people have wanted to see for a very long time. Obviously there's no indication of how soon this would happen. The voting period, it says on the tweet, goes up until I guess it's the American date, isn't it? Because we say it the other way around. So it'll be the 12th of November. Or it's either the 12th of November or the 11th of December. Good old, the way the Americans write the date. So it must be November 12th, right? Because if it was the English, it would be December 11th. So November 12th, and you can go onto the link to vote. So the link takes you to the site here. We'll talk about which option is probably going to be best. I guess we can go over it now quickly. Now, which one is the key to absolute strength? Now, this doesn't really give us any indication of what voting for either one of these would actually mean. Now, we've seen them introduce into the game recently a bunch of new ways to get link levels, like stages that have a much higher rate of increasing link levels, and those are all well and good, right? Those are great to have, especially for people that don't like to just constantly grind out like the quest stage over and over, which is a lot easier for people that pay to play, because obviously you can keep refreshing your stamina with stones and stuff, whereas if you're free to play, then obviously link level grinding is significantly more difficult. However, I'm going to vote for skill orbs, because the skill orb system, as cool as it is in theory, we've talked a lot about how it could be better. And I would love them to introduce skill orbs that do things like damage reduction. Like, imagine, I don't think they would ever do that, but imagine like a gold skill orb that gave a unit like chance to guard or something, right? And then something else I would love to see, as we've talked about before on the channel, is the ability to merge like low level. Like, what's the point of having a gold level 2 like crit? You're never going to use that, right? You want a level 5. Or one of the ones that is like level 4 of one, level 4 of something else, or something like that, right? So if you had the ability to merge together a bunch of like gold level 1s and gold level 2s to make a gold level 5, then obviously that would make those lower level ones actually useful, because for me, they just sit in my box and they're never going to get used. So I am going to vote for skill orbs. Obviously, like I say, I have no idea what this is going to lead to in the future. And then when it comes to the EZA, so this is an interesting one, because I did see someone commenting on the tweet, basically saying that whichever one you want to be the best out of the 2, you should probably vote for the other one, because if one of them's going to get an EZA first, then that's going to mean that the other one's going to EZA later and potentially is going to be better. Now, the only thing I would say to that is, obviously they don't know which one of these is going to win, so I'm telling you right now, they will have both of these EZAs planned, and whichever one wins comes out first and the other one comes out later, and will not be buffed or changed at all, because, you know, they're already planned out. Now, They could modify one if they decide to leave it till way later, but I think that's pretty unlikely. So it's going to come down to which one is the most useful. Now, straight off the bat, obviously God Goku is on a load more teams because he's Goku. He's probably the one that's going to end up the most useful. But if we go ahead and take a look at the actual like card info. So God Goku, he's a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans lead. So him getting an EZA, like this is going to go up to what? Key 4 and 150, maybe 160, 170, which would be interesting. Because I don't think, because he has a kind of unique leader skill. There isn't like a whole selection of LRs that have the same sort of lead, are there? 2 categories with 4 key and 130. I don't think there is. So this guy, for like being a leader for certain events, would be very useful, right? Because Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans together, very cool. Greatly raises attack and defense on both supers, which is nice. We could obviously see this stat go up maybe a little bit. And then God Goku's biggest problem for the current meta, much like the UI Goku's, is the fact that if he doesn't dodge, he has a 50% chance to dodge. If he doesn't dodge, he takes way too much damage. So obviously we need to have a more solid level of attack and defense. And he gets extra defense per Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan on the team, which obviously makes him much less useful if you're using him on like a Realm of Gods team and then you want to bring units like BEERUS's or the Kai's or WHIS's or whatever. So he needs to have a solid base of stats and then get like an extra buff for Pure Saiyans or Hybrids. And then all he really has else in his kit is the high chance to dodge and crit for 7 turns. Nowadays, with how crazy units are, just get rid of this turn restriction. Just give him a 50% chance to dodge and 50% chance to crit, just always. And even then, he's not like super broken, right? Because remember, LR EZAs, they don't increase their stats or anything. So we need the passive stats to jump up quite a bit. And then, yeah, chance to crit, chance to dodge. Like, just go all out, right? Like, make this is supposed to be, like, an epic moment in the series. Even if you don't like Super, even if you don't like Super Saiyan God, this is, like, you know, Goku, the birth of the new Super Saiyan God. Like, give him 50% chance to crit, dodge, and additional. And just all in. All 3 abilities, 50% chance, no restriction, and then he would be incredibly good. And then BEERUS and WHIS definitely are an interesting option. I mean, when we look at their abilities, because of how old they are, their 12 key is just colossal damage and recovers 7% HP. The 18 key is mega colossal and recovers 12% HP, and that's it. So you definitely need to throw some kind of super attack effects on there, whether it is raises defense for 1 turn or multiple turns. They could easily give them like greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn on the 12 key, greatly raise attack and defense for 3 turns on the 18 key. Obviously stacking would be nice as well, but not every unit is going to get that. And then their passive, attack 80%, attack and defense 60% for 5 turns after receiving an attack. Dreadful, absolutely terrible, outdated passive. Obviously nowadays, like, they need to start with at least a base of like attack and defense 150% or more, and then if they're gonna get a buff after receiving an attack, then maybe give them some sort of condition where, like, if they're in slot 1 or something, or, you know, just some sort of condition. It doesn't have to be completely unconditional, but give them some sort of, like, guard or damage reduction or something. Because if units that want to get hit to get more powerful, ideally need to have a little bit of defensive tech, right, to make them a little bit better. And then one thing that's always been a bit of an issue about this unit is their links in terms of getting key. Because if we go across and look at all of their links, they have shocking speed, which is 2 key, and then that's it for key. And considering that they're a unit that, if you want to link them up with like other BEERUS's and stuff that have these kind of links, like the Innocence Connoisseur, stuff like that, you want them to be getting a little bit more key. So some key in their passive, I think, would be nice, in order to make that 18 key a little bit easier to get. But there you go. So I think personally, as I say, because I don't think they're going to change the plans for the EZA, depending on which one releases later. Personally, I think the Goku is just going to be the best one, right? Because he's going to be the one that is more useful on a bunch of teams. So I think personally, I am going to go ahead and vote for the Goku. So let's go ahead and vote Super Saiyan God Goku. And then we'll hit confirm. And there you go. Skill Orbs, Super Saiyan God Goku, register. Alright, thank you very much for your cooperation and answer to our questionnaire. So, there you go. We will see what the results are going to be. I'm very intrigued, not just to see the EZAs, but to see what this leads to. Because, obviously, for me personally, I know a lot of people are going to want easier ways to link level. Even though I grind link leveling constantly, and we have things like the keys and stuff, I don't think it's, like, the biggest priority. Like, Big Bad Bosses units are obviously the ones that have, like, the biggest priority to link level. But I just think skill orbs are such a wasted system at the moment, or like could be so much better, that I'm going to vote that. Well, I already have, obviously, but I'm going to vote that, and we'll see what we get. So let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think. Which one did you pick? What would you like to see from the EZAs or from new link level or skill orb like items or systems? What would you like to see? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.